welcome back to my channel. Today I thought we'd look through. We're going to go and hunt for some really bad reviews on the Harry Potter films because there can't be any right. But before we get started, if this is the first time you're seeing my face, hello and welcome to my channel. If you love anything to do with Harry Potter, then this is the place for you. Hit subscribe, it's free. You can unsubscribe later if you don't like me. But yeah, hit subscribe, join the magic and mayhem that is of this channel. I'd absolutely positively love to have you. A massive thank you to these guys. These guys are my Patreons. They help me keep this channel running just that little bit more. If you'd like to know anything about Patreon, it's linked in the description of this video, along with my social medias. Go see what I'm up to on those. Okay, I've got my MacBook, we're ready, and we've pulled up the 1-star ratings reviews. We're looking at Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone and we're on imbd. Let's get started. I did click on 1 star and there are 72 reviews, but overall it's got an 8.1 star rating, so I'm happy. These are irrelevant. You guys are irrelevant, you 1 stars. First one we are looking at is Awful to Say the Least by DNA Grew. So DNA Grew says, I've read the book only to see what all the hype's about. I must admit I was pleasantly surprised. It was a very easy book to follow and dares to be nothing more than it actually is. A plain old, nothing new under the sun children's book. Okay. But the movie, oh well, now that's plain sad. No, you are plain sad. You have no taste, clearly. So on that note, we'll move on. So, Omega 101, dismal, contrived, rip-off, and just plain dumb. No! Wait. What? It treats viewers like they were little children. The problem is that most children won't realise how terrible it is because they haven't the breadth of experience to notice how contrived and unoriginal the plot is. And the ending, my gosh, what a terrible ending. Star Wars was bad enough with their super proton torpedoes that destroy whole motherships, and stupid Darth Vader never learnt the lesson of having such weakness from his experience. But Harry Potter tops it with its ridiculous ending, whose sole explanation is a mother's love. Ludicrous. Go see a real movie from the original genius, The Lord of the Rings. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Next. Okay, unimaginative and boring. No, at Zemo, you are boring. What did you have to say? Literally anyone could write this story. No, they couldn't write this story because you're going off the philosophers. I can't even argue. You are going off the Philosopher's Stone. You need to let the story pan out. You clearly haven't read any of the books. My days at Simo. I'm so sorry if I didn't say your name right. If it is your name. Skyly. For kids only, unfortunately. No, it's not. 29 out of 76 found this helpful. It was only 29 out of 76 guys that found it helpful. Whoa. But 29 people for kids only. I hate that. I get that a lot when people realise I'm a Harry Potter fan. Some people will say, but ain't it for kids? No, clearly not. I'm not a child. I'm 33. I am an adult. But I love the magic. And I'm not ashamed to say it. None of us are we? Weird. Tom Parr states that the film is utter rubbish. This film was, to put it simply, rubbish. Okay, Tom Parr. The child actors couldn't act, as can be seen by Harry's supposed surprise on learning he's a wizard. I'm a wizard? To be fair, he's got... all right, Tom, you've got to put... I'm a what? Sorry. Look, they're kids, and they were just plucked out. They got better as the years went on. They got better. So yeah, he said, surprise on learning he's a wizard. I'm a wizard. It's said with such indifference you'd think he's not surprised at all. I've never read the books and this film did nothing to make me want to read them. Then don't. Just, you didn't even need to comment. You could have just scrolled by. You must have, I don't know. You went onto imbd, Tom Parr, to put your comment. to put your comment. Okay, Tom? You went on imbd, sorry, decided to waste your time and look up this film to put your own review. Okay? No. No, Tom, no. THMSCPL, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, the worst movie I've ever seen. Now, come on. No, it is not the worst. You are over-exaggerating. I get it. It's not going to be everybody's cup of tea. Get it that there's people out there. I mean, this is just me being silly in this video. Everyone can have their own opinions, but this is not the worst movie you have seen ever. I'm sorry. I am sorry, but I refuse to agree with you. You are over-exaggerating. You were angry because you missed a bit of the film in the cinema and they wouldn't give you your money back or something, or let you go see it again. So you've decided to give it this review. There's no other explanation for this review. This is not the worst movie you've ever seen. Trust me, I know. I know. Nicker 11. Ouch. Oh, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Commerce. Ouch, this film irritated me so much I was in torturous pain by the end of it. No, you weren't. Come on, love. Come on, Doc. You weren't. I'm sorry, was you Quirrell at the end of it? Was you Quirrell? Was Harry touching you and your face was melting off? Is that why you was in torturous pain? I don't think so. I only really have one reason for despising the film, but this reason is so monumental in its power that it caused me to spend much of the film writhing around on the carpet in agonised spasms. What? Spasms for which I am only just beginning to recover. The reason, ladies and gentlemen, is terrible child acting. Right, okay, let's just go back a little bit. To spend much of the film writhing around on the carpet. Turn it off. You didn't have to watch it. And again, you came onto imbd, searched up the film to write your review, so you wasted your own time, so. Okay, J. Pozenel. I don't get it. Why all the glowing comments? This is one lame movie. No, you're lame. Haven't we seen these types of special effects enough already? The acting was lame, the story was lame, the pace was slow, the scenes overly long and trite. I was bored out of my mind. Well, I bet you watched the other ones though, didn't you? I bet you did. Mali TRBA. It's not worth the piece of paper the ticket was printed on. Bet you bought it, didn't you? Night Stream Paradox. It's bland like drinking warm water. What? Why? Was that like the first thing that entered your head? Warning, there may be spoilers ahead. Not like it matters because the whole movie is rotten anyway and you're better off not seeing it. I hate reviews and comments and things like that. Give your opinion on it, but don't tell people not to watch it just because you don't like it, Doc. I loved it and I still do as a fully grown adult. It is magical. I love the wizarding world. There we go. Okay, so Darth. Cure for insomnia. 2.5 hours of boredom. Half the audience fell asleep, including most of the kiddies. Beautiful to look at, but that does not make for an interesting film. Rather spend your money on Lord of the Rings. Why Lord of the Rings again? Stop it with Lord of the Rings. Half the audience fell asleep, including most of the kiddies. Right. This is another review that I hate that's a complete blatant lie. Half of the audience, including kids, fell asleep. No, they didn't. Did they, Darth? Am I still on that one? Yes. Yes. No, they didn't, Darth, did they? You're lying. You're lying. The Bog of Eternal Stench says, I despise Harry Potter. Okay, this actually just made me laugh. I cringe each time I hear the name or see it's going to be on telly, etc. I actually get angry. I cannot stand it. Oh dear, you have a lot of hate. What a overhyped What an overhyped piece of poo Harry Potter is. Never read the books, couldn't be bothered, didn't interest me, but I know when a film is overrated. Okay, the Bog of Eternal Stench. I mean, even your name sounds angry. Jeez. Alistair Hart. Terrible, terrible film. How on earth did this get up to the lofty heights of an 8.1 rating? Because, my dear, you don't like the film, but a lot of other people do. That is why. I mean, I will say this now, and I have said this so many times before, the world would be so boring if we all liked the same things, had the same opinions on things, etc., etc. I do love this about people, that everybody is different. Everybody's different and everybody's got their own personalities, and you're all your own person. But what I don't like is when people just don't understand that there are people that like things that they personally don't. They just don't understand it, and it's like, because they do like it and you don't. So, and it baffles me that I breathe the same air as these people. A. Kamal, A Waste of Film. No, you've wasted my time, because you've literally just put A Waste of Film as a title and you've not even written anything, so no. Okay, PKZP 2001. When I sat, Harry Potter book fan, yeah? Harry Potter movie, that's what it says, yeah? When I sat down to watch the movie, I expected more than what I saw. What the directors have done was chop most of the plot up and put them together badly. I know most of you out there will dismiss me for this. I myself am a Harry Potter fan. Seeing the movie, however, made me feel that it might be best if Harry Potter just stuck to books. Right. They are getting at, obviously, if I'm reading this correctly, because I just sort of skimmed through that, but from what I can gather, they're bothered that they've missed a lot of things. Right, I'm going to say this, I've said this before. We would love for more of the book to be in the film. There's a big difference. Let me put this down, I'm getting serious now. There is a difference when it comes to the movies and movies and books, right? With anything, right? So in a book, when you read it, you get lost. You imagine it. You get to sense how the characters are feeling. The story can be a bit more in depth. So you will get a different feeling when you read a book than when you watch a film. With the film, they can't fit everything from the book into the film. That's just, no, they don't. I mean, yeah, I will say, I wish Winky, the house elf, was in it. Peeves would have been really cool. But there would have been reasons. There would have been reasons that they weren't put in, for one, okay? And films and books, obviously we all compare them, but they're both completely different things. You get a different feel from a book than you do a movie. Some people get lost in books more than they do movies, and some people get lost more in movies than they do books. They can't fit everything from a book into a movie, and I know there are things going around if Philosopher's Stone was 12 hours long, just because they fit everything out of the book into the film, you have to admit you'd all love it. No, we wouldn't. It would be boring having absolutely everything in, because you get a different feel from watching a movie than you do reading the book. I don't know if I'm making any sense. But yes, I agree, there are some things I wish were put into the film, but there must have been reasons why, okay? The main storyline was in the film, and we've just got to accept it, okay? Anyway, moving on. Alien by Choice. Wow! Probably among the worst 50 movies of all time. Okay, so worst 50 movies for you as a person, right, of all time. So if, say, movie number 1 is like the ultimate worst and 50 is just because it's in that list of 50, you're not being specific. Is Harry Potter the worst, being number 1 or 50, or meets in the middle? You're not being very specific here. If you're going to write a review, do it properly, okay? I have never read the book. We're still on Alien by Choice. This film is supposed to be based on, therefore I can only judge this movie by itself, and there is not much to judge. I quit after 40 minutes or so, and I have no regrets. Right, you can't write a review if you've only gotten 40 minutes into a film. You can't write a full review about the movie if you've not watched the whole thing. Alien by Choice, I forgot your name, because you're irrelevant to me, and you only watched 40 minutes and you came on to put a review. Why would you do that? Anyway, moving on. Okay, Wacky Fun Crazy. Harry Potter? Couldn't Rowling have thought of a better name? Like, what was you thinking, Wacky Fun Crazy? What's wrong with the name Harry Potter? What name would you have picked for this story? That's all you put. You put a title. Harry Potter. Couldn't Rowling have thought of a better name? Why did you write this? It's not even, you didn't even write a review. You just wrote a title. You should have wrote in the review, What would you pick for a name? Come on. Come on. Ow, just hurt my finger now. Look, you're making me mad. Not that you probably are watching this video, but if you somehow stumble across it, let me know. What name would you think would be better than the name Harry Potter? I don't understand what is wrong. Okay, carry on. Super Stroof. This movie sucks. Everyone who likes it is brainwashed. Call me brainwashed. I love it. They go on to say, it must be the hype because I can't understand what's the big deal. This movie is nowhere as good as people say it is. That's your opinion though. Just your opinion. Wow. Doesn't mean I'm brainwashed because you don't like film, okay? I did not read the book, so I went to this movie with no preconceived expectations as a newcomer to Harry Potter. I was bored out of my mind. Again, though, I have said this to someone else that reviewed. I bet you watched the other ones, though, didn't you? Okay, Tin Man 5. Right, I don't understand your title of a review. Again, this is a title. It's not an actual review. Great storytelling, no story. I don't understand what this means. Can somebody elaborate in the comments for me? Because I don't think that makes sense, Tin Man. Okay, Hushman. I know bad magic and this is bad. Okay, I am right. You should listen if you're watching this. I don't think you will be, but if you are, you should be your own you should be a director or something, or write your own book, because just listen to this comment, guys. I eagerly ripped open my rented DVD of Harry Potter and fell asleep 1 hour into this farce. Boring, boring, boring. Run away, run far away. The characters are contrived. The plot is as see-through as a sieve. And geez, the only good thing was the hockey-like game they tried to play in the middle of the movie. Again, you fell asleep an hour into this movie. How can you write a review? You could have just been tired and that's why you fell asleep. But whether you found it boring or not, you did not have the right to write a review about this film when you was only an hour in. If you watch the whole movie, I will listen. I will listen to your complaint about the film, but you didn't, so your complaint is irrelevant. Okay. The last one I'm going to read, guys. My legs are, hang on. The last one I'm going to read, Utterly Awful by Drunk Santa. This film is an absolute shocker. I honestly can't get my head around the thousands of Harry Potter fans who stalk J.K. Rowling, swarming to her like a plague of flies to something not so pleasant. How can people be that angry with a film? I don't understand. Why are you so angry about it's a film? There are so many things that people get angry about in the world that I understand, right? But getting angry over a fictional story just because it doesn't live up to what you wanted it to be? Why? There's so many angry people in this world. Muggles, the lot of you. Anywho, I'm going to put this down now because it's rather irritating to read. Now, obviously, this video is just me taking the mick, or whatever you want to call it. You know, just don't take it too seriously. I'm just making fun out of some people's opinions on the beloved wizarding world that you guys that are watching love. If you don't love Harry Potter and you're here to see these bad reviews and you was hoping that I was going to agree with them, I'm so sorry. Anywho, yeah, we had a bit of a different backdrop today. I'll tell you why, because I couldn't be bothered to bring my studio light up, so I'm using natural light from my bedroom window. That is literally the reason, but it's quite nice. We've got a nice bed, we've got loads of cushions, we've got the flag over there and our Ravenclaw banner there. You can't see the platform light in the Cray Quarter sign that's up there. But yeah, yeah, if you enjoyed this video, guys, and you're leaving this video as stressed out as I am, then give this video a thumbs up, even though it stressed you out. But if you thumb the videos up, it helps me more than you know. But I'm going to go, and I'm going to go have a nice cup of tea, and I'll speak to you all in my next video. Bye, Potter Poppets.